Did you know that you can fix over 60% of your car problems with stuff you already have sitting around your house? We're talking toothpaste, nail polish, kitchen supplies, and yes, even pool noodles. These hacks actually work, and they'll save you serious money while keeping your car looking and running great. So let's dive into 12 game-changing tricks that'll make you wonder why you ever paid someone else to do these things. Hack number 1. Restore your cloudy headlights with toothpaste. Those foggy, yellowed headlights aren't just ugly, they're actually dangerous. When your headlights get clouded over from UV damage and road grime, they can lose up to 78% of their light output. That means you're basically driving around half blind at night without even realizing it. The good news? You don't need to buy expensive restoration kits or pay a detailer hundreds of dollars. Grab your toothpaste. The same mild abrasives that scrub plaque off your teeth work wonders on oxidized plastic. Squeeze a generous amount onto a clean rag and start scrubbing in circular motions. You'll see the cloudiness lifting almost immediately. The toothpaste removes that thin, degraded layer while filling in. After a few minutes of elbow grease, rinse with water and dry with a clean towel. Your headlights will look nearly new, and you'll actually be able to see where you're going at night. This hack works best with regular white toothpaste, not the gel kind. And if your headlights are seriously damaged, you might need to repeat the process a couple times for maximum clarity. Speaking of visibility problems, let's talk about what to do when road debris put tiny cracks on your windows. Hack number 2. Seal window chips with clear nail polish. You're cruising down the highway when a truck kicks up a pebble that smacks right into your windshield. That tiny chip looks harmless enough, but temperature changes and vibrations will turn it into a spiderweb crack faster than you think. Window replacement can cost anywhere from $300 to $1,000 depending on your car. But before you drain your bank account, raid your bathroom cabinet for clear nail polish. Clean the damaged area thoroughly with glass cleaner and let it dry completely. Then carefully apply a thin layer of clear polish directly into the chip or crack. The polish seeps into the damage and creates a seal that prevents moisture from getting in and expanding the crack. Once it dries, apply a second thin coat for extra protection. The repair will be nearly invisible, and you've just bought yourself time to save up for a proper fix if needed. This isn't a permanent solution for major cracks, but for small chips and hairline fractures, it works surprisingly well. Just make sure you're using completely clear polish, not anything with shimmer or color. Moving on, winter brings its own set of car nightmares, and frozen locks might be the most frustrating one. So how do you deal with these issues? Hack number 3. Thaw frozen locks with hand sanitizer. Winter can be brutal on your car, and one of the most frustrating situations is walking out to a frozen vehicle, only to discover that your door locks are completely iced over. Your key won't even slide into the lock, and you're stuck standing in the freezing cold, getting increasingly frustrated. This happens because moisture gets into the lock mechanism and then freezes solid when temperatures drop. Trying to force your key in can actually damage the lock or break your key, which creates an even bigger problem. The solution is sitting in your pocket or purse right now. Hand sanitizer is loaded with alcohol, typically around 60 to 70%, and alcohol has a much lower freezing point than water. Squeeze a generous amount of hand sanitizer directly into the frozen lock. The alcohol immediately starts melting the ice from the inside out. Give it about 30 seconds to work its magic, then gently try your key again. In most cases, the lock will open right up. If it's particularly stubborn, apply another dose and wait a bit longer. This same trick works for frozen key fobs if you have an older car where you actually insert a key. You can also prevent this problem by coating your key with hand sanitizer before inserting it into the lock on extremely cold days. Keep a travel-size bottle of hand sanitizer in your coat pocket during winter months so you're always prepared. While we're discussing winter protection, here's another alcohol-based hack that keeps a different part of your car functioning properly in freezing weather. Hack number 4. No freeze windshield wiper. Trick! Frozen windshield wipers are another winter nightmare that catches people off guard. You turn on your wipers expecting them to clear away snow or ice, but instead, they just smear everything around, or worse, they're frozen stuck to your windshield. Trying to force them to move can tear the rubber or burn out your wiper motor. Plus, even when wipers do move in cold weather, they often leave streaks because the rubber has gotten stiff and brittle from the cold. There's a preventive measure that takes about 2 minutes and keeps your wipers working perfectly all winter long. Pour some rubbing alcohol onto a clean sponge, rag, or even an old sock. Thoroughly wipe down the entire length of both wiper blades, making sure you coat the rubber completely. Rubbing alcohol contains isopropyl alcohol, which prevents ice formation and keeps the rubber flexible even in sub-zero temperatures. The alcohol doesn't freeze until it hits around -128 degrees Fahrenheit, which is way colder than any temperature your car will ever experience. When your wiper blades are coated with alcohol, ice and snow won't stick to them, and they'll glide smoothly across your windshield instead of juddering or streaking. This hack is especially especially useful if you park outside and your car sits exposed to the elements overnight. Now let's talk about a completely different kind of problem that makes your car look older than it actually is. Hack number 5. Remove stubborn sticker residue with newspaper. Bumper stickers, parking permits, registration stickers, and dealer decals all leave behind that horrible gummy residue when you peel them off. You scrape at it with your fingernail, try washing it, maybe even use your keys to scratch it away, but nothing seems to work. That sticky mess just sits there collecting dirt and looking awful. Commercial adhesive removers work, but they're expensive and full of harsh chemicals that can damage your paint or leave an oily residue. The solution is probably sitting in your recycling bin right now. Take a piece of newspaper and soak it thoroughly with water. Place the wet newspaper directly over the sticky residue and let it sit for about 15 minutes. During this time, the water soaks into the adhesive while the paper keeps the moisture in contact with the sticky spot instead of just evaporating. The moisture breaks down the molecular bonds in the adhesive, essentially turning it from a sticky solid back into a softer, more pliable substance. After 15 minutes, peel away the newspaper and you'll find the adhesive has softened dramatically. You can now wipe it away easily with a clean cloth, and it comes off in one satisfying motion instead of in tiny stubborn bits. If there's any remaining residue, just repeat the process for another few minutes. This method is gentle enough to use on paint, glass, chrome, or any other surface without causing damage. Now, let's head inside your car and talk about keeping your interior looking fresh. Hack number 6. Dashboard magic with olive oil and coffee filters. Your car's dashboard takes constant abuse from the sun shining through your windshield over time. It gets covered in dust, loses its shine, and starts looking dull and aged. Most dashboard cleaners you buy at the store are expensive and contain chemicals that can actually damage certain types of plastic or vinyl over time. They also tend to leave behind a greasy film that attracts even more dust. But your kitchen has the perfect cleaning combo that costs almost nothing and gives professional level results. Coffee filters are genuinely superior to paper towels or regular cloths for cleaning delicate surfaces. They're designed to be lint-free and won't leave behind any fibers or particles. The texture is soft enough that it won't scratch plastic or vinyl, but slightly textured enough to pick up dust effectively. Pour a small amount of olive oil onto a coffee filter, just enough to dampen it, not drench it. Start wiping down your dashboard in smooth, even strokes. The olive oil picks up all the dust particles while simultaneously conditioning the plastic or vinyl surface. You'll immediately notice your dashboard starts to shine with a natural, subtle luster that doesn't look greasy or artificial. Olive oil contains natural conditioning properties that actually help prevent cracking and fading caused by sun exposure. It's the same reason people use it on wood cutting boards and leather goods. Speaking of keeping things fresh inside your car, there's another simple trick that makes your daily commute much more pleasant. Hack number 7. Use your head as a signal booster seriously. This next hack sounds absolutely ridiculous, like something someone made up as a joke, but it's backed by legitimate science and works so well that once you try it, you'll use it constantly. You know those moments when you're walking through a massive parking lot trying to find your car? You're clicking your key fob desperately, hoping to hear your horn beep or see your lights flash, but you're just out of range. Or maybe you're approaching your car from far away and want to unlock it before you get there. There's a way to dramatically extend the range of your key fob using nothing but your own head. Hold your key fob up under your chin, pressed lightly against the underside of your jaw, and press the button. Suddenly, your key fob works from much farther away than it normally would. This seems like magic, but there's actual physics at work here. Your skull is full of fluids and tissues that can conduct radio waves. When you hold the key fob against your head, your skull acts as an antenna that amplifies and extends the signal your key fob is broadcasting. The radio waves travel through the fluids in your head and emerge stronger and with greater range. Multiple studies have tested this phenomenon and confirmed it works consistently across different key fob brands and car manufacturers. The range increase varies depending on your specific key fob and vehicle, but most people report getting at least 50% more range, sometimes even doubling it. Now, if you still have trouble remembering where you parked, there's a modern solution that takes all the guesswork out of finding your vehicle. Hack number 8. Download a parking app. We've all had that moment of panic in a parking lot, wandering around, clicking our key fob, and trying to remember which row or level we parked on. It's frustrating, time-consuming, and honestly, a little embarrassing when you've been searching for 10 minutes and still can't find your vehicle. You try to retrace your steps, look for familiar landmarks, or just walk up and down every aisle hoping something looks familiar. This problem gets even worse in multi-level parking garages where everything looks identical, or at massive shopping centers and airports where parking lots stretch on forever. Technology has solved this problem completely with parking apps that automatically track your car's location and guide you back to it without any effort on your part. Apps like Find My Car, Parker, or even the built-in features in Apple Maps and Google Maps will mark exactly where you parked and lead you back to that spot with turn-by-turn directions. Most of these apps use your phone's GPS to automatically detect when you've parked and save the location without you having to remember to do anything. The app recognizes when your Bluetooth connection to your car disconnects or when you stop moving for a certain period, and it drops a pin at that exact location. When you're ready to return to your car, you simply open the app and follow the directions back. The apps are typically free or very inexpensive, and they eliminate one of the most common frustrations of modern life. Now let's address a critical safety issue that every driver should be checking regularly, but most people completely ignore. Hack number 9. The penny test that tells you when tires need replacing. Tires are literally the only thing connecting your car to the road. Yet most people drive around on dangerously worn tires without even realizing it. Bald tires dramatically increase your stopping distance, make hydroplaning much more likely in wet conditions, and reduce your traction in turns. The problem is that tire wear happens gradually, so you don't notice how bad it's gotten until you're already in a dangerous situation. Professional tire checks are free at most shops, but there's an even easier way to check your tires yourself in about 30 seconds. Take a penny and hold it with Lincoln's head pointing down. Insert the penny into the tread groove of your tire. If you can see the entire top of Lincoln's head, your tread depth is less than 2/32 of an inch, which means your tires are legally worn out and need to be replaced immediately. If part of Lincoln's head is still covered by the tread, you have sufficient tread depth remaining and your tires are still safe. Do this test in multiple spots on each tire because tires can wear unevenly depending on your alignment and inflation. Check the outer edges, the center, and the inner edges. This 30-second measurement is the legal minimum in most states, and it's also the point where tires lose a significant amount of their wet weather traction. It takes no time at all and could literally save your life by catching worn tires before they fail in an emergency situation. While we're talking about maintenance that prevents bigger problems, here's something that protects a crucial part of your car from premature failure. Hack number 10. Keep weather stripping resilient with WD-40. The rubber seals around your car doors, also called weather stripping, keep rain, wind, dust, and road noise from getting inside your vehicle. Over time, especially in areas with extreme temperatures, this rubber starts to dry out, crack, and lose its flexibility. Once weather stripping fails, you'll start hearing wind noise while driving, water will leak into your car during rain, and your heating and cooling efficiency drops because air escapes around the doors. Replacing weather stripping is surprisingly expensive, often costing $200 or more for all 4 doors, but you can extend the life of your weather stripping by years with a simple monthly maintenance routine. Spray a light coating of WD-40 along all your door weather stripping once a month. Use the WD-40 Trigger Pro if you have it, because the precision nozzle lets you apply the formula exactly where you need it without overspray getting on your paint or interior. WD-40 penetrates into the rubber and keeps it moisturized and flexible. The formula prevents the drying and cracking that happens when rubber is constantly exposed to sun, rain, freezing temperatures, and heat. In summer, rubber can get baked and brittle from UV exposure and high temperatures. In winter, it can freeze and crack from extreme cold. WD-40 protects against both extremes. This monthly treatment keeps your seals soft and pliable, maintaining their ability to form a tight seal around your doors. Now, while we're talking about seeing clearly on the road, let's address another visibility problem that happens inside your car during certain weather conditions. Hack number 11. Clear a foggy windshield with rice condensation. On your windshield is one of those annoying problems that seems to happen at the worst possible times. You're already running late, you jump in your car, and suddenly you can't see anything because moisture has fogged up your entire windshield. This happens because of the temperature difference between the inside of your car and the outside air combined with humidity trapped in your vehicle. Most people just blast the defroster and wait, wasting gas and time while their engine warms up. But there's a brilliantly simple solution that prevents this problem before it even starts. Fill an old sock with dry, uncooked rice and tie off the end. Toss this rice-filled sock on your dashboard, and it will act as a natural moisture absorber. Rice is incredibly hygroscopic, which means it pulls water molecules right out of the air. As your car sits parked, especially overnight or during humid weather, that rice sock is working constantly to keep the interior air dry. When condensation can't build up in your car's cabin, it can't fog up your windshield. The beauty of this hack is that it's completely reusable. Once the rice sock feels damp and stops working effectively, just pop it in your microwave for 2 or 3 minutes. The heat dries out all the moisture the rice has absorbed, and you can use it again immediately. Keep one of these in your car year-round, but especially during fall and winter when fog problems are worst. You can even make a few and keep them under your seats or in door pockets to tackle moisture throughout your entire vehicle. Finally, let's wrap up with a smart hack that protect your car's value and appearance for the long haul. Hack number 12. Protect your car from minor dents while parking. Parking in your own garage should be simple, but for many people, it's a daily source of stress. Pull in too far, and you risk hitting the wall or damaging your bumper. Don't pull in far enough, and your garage door won't close properly, or worse, it might come down on your trunk or roof. Different family members driving the same car often have trouble judging the right stopping point, leading to inconsistent parking that makes getting in and out of the garage more difficult than it needs to be. There's a simple visual solution that makes parking perfect every single time. Take a tennis ball and tie a string to it. Hang the string from your garage ceiling so that when you pull your car into the garage, the tennis ball touches your windshield at exactly the right parking position. You'll need to experiment a bit to get the length just right. Park your car where you want it to be, then adjust the string length so the tennis ball hangs down and rests against your windshield at eye level, where you can easily see it from the driver's seat. Once you've got it positioned correctly, parking becomes automatic. You simply pull forward until the tennis ball gently touches your windshield, and you know you're in the perfect spot. This works for any driver, anytime, regardless of their experience level or familiarity with the garage. This hack is particularly valuable if your garage has limited space and precision parking is necessary to fit everything in properly. Many people who install this simple system wonder how they ever managed without it. So, what do you think? Which of these car hacks are you going to try first? Have you discovered any genius car tricks of your own that we should know about? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. And if you found these hacks helpful, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, because we're always bringing you more money-saving tips and clever solutions to make your life easier. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our latest content. Until next time, keep your car running smooth.